for those that don't understand what happened, I mean, yes, there is the general idea leading up to this point. Daughter was suffering from anxiety, trouble breathing, etc. Father didn't want, partially due to the time period, although it's still not even good now. Father didn't want to believe it could be like. Father didn't want to believe it could be a psychological thing. Again, stressed marriage as well because of money, so the wife left. So he was left alone with the daughter. Due to a previous medical thing, was the cultist woman in on this, and the mom and the daughter. Mom has nothing to do with this. Mom is out of the picture. She left to do a film, to make money because the house needed to bring in money, and he wasn't managing to. Previously, he took her to see the mentor, and actually helped. Like she got better. Probably coincidentally, or maybe some little things helped. I don't know. But it worked. At least it seemed to work. So that cemented his devotion to this whole thing. Hence the title as well, Devotion. Used in multiple ways here. Devotion towards a religion, devotion towards your family, devotion towards his daughter, devotion towards life, in a sense. But, so, yeah, when things got to this point and got really bad, he went to her again, went on his spiritual journey, and she gave him the advice about preparing that spirit wine, filling a bathtub with it, and having the daughter bathe in it. So no, he didn't, like, we're not talking about him, like, holding her under or anything, no. However, as you noticed with some of the calls after, he called back when it didn't seem to be working, and she told him it could take up to 7 days to take effect, and to not open the bathroom door. So imagine leaving a child soaking in a tub of wine for 7 days, locked in a bathroom. Also note that for a large majority of this game, every time we went through by that bathroom, it was locked.
Mm-hmm.
Did she die of alcohol poisoning? I don't know if that would have been the thing. Exactly, but obviously, like, it doesn't go into too much detail whether or not there was, like, I have to assume certain things where she told him not to open the door, because I would have thought, like, you know, you would bring food in and other things, but
I mean, at least what I've looked into this while we were watching the song,
yeah,
it mentions that, downward spiral of family.
yeah,
She asked Dad to help fold the origami tulips.
yeah,
Instead, Mentor Hugh,
mm-hmm,
after the little seance thing,
yeah,
he performs this more
the
darker ritual
ritual,
of submerging his daughter in a bathtub filled with rice wine, then locking her in there for 7 days.
yeah.
It is presumably causing her death. It
Well,
is not actually 100% confirmed. And
alcohol
it's the
can be
same with
absorbed by
him.
the
The
skin. Typically,
post-credit
it's not enough to get
scene.
intoxicated, but if it's a tub full of wine, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
So
the whole
even
sitting in the apartment staring at the TV doesn't say if he's even left alive.
he is probably, best case scenario, he is probably in some kind of shock and just blank. There might be nobody home, so to speak.
No, that's the best case. Worst case is, again, considering the culture and the usual religious practices of these areas, he is most likely deceased and trapped now in a hell purgatory of his
Oh,
own
you mean
making.
in an afterlife? Okay, you mean in that sense.
Yes,
Okay.
and that everything is trapped to this point and this
See,
event and
yeah, he is. I viewed it more as like it might be like a thing where he's kind of trapped in his own head, sort of deal. Because, like, again, it doesn't show him, like, he might be dead. He might not be. He might have just retreated, essentially, into his own mind, sort of deal. Still not good, because then he has to deal with his own beliefs and guilt and etc. Frankly, unless there is, unless you want to go with the idea that there is no afterlife, he might be better off dead, depending. Yeah, that's what my thought was. She wouldn't stare away. Oh shit, it was sake. That's even worse. Odds are the daughter was pickled after. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to even go into the idea of the fact that his blood and a snake were in it too, but you know. But yeah. It's. Oh boy. Like I said, it's heavy stuff. And weirdly enough, and it's kind of similar, like, just tell me if you agree with me on this. Similar with Detention, the actual story for what happened, not the, like, the trippy, supernatural kind of, like, parts, right? But the actual, like, thing that occurred is surprisingly grounded. Like, would you agree with me on that?
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Like,
It doesn't really feel. I mean, like that's
well,
not like the supernatural elements feel like they're purely to just be
tell the story.
spooky horror.
Well, yeah, they're just a way to kind of convey the story, in a shocking manner. Not that it isn't a shocking story. I mean, it is. Like I said, in this case, like in Detention, there was an actual ghost involved, that kind of deal. So the supernatural elements were a little more specific. Like, it was genuinely supernatural stuff because she was a ghost and she was going through limbo, essentially, in Detention. Whereas in this one, it kind of seems to be his own mind doing this to him, more than likely. He's just kind of punishing himself, almost, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this one is a little more like, it's more that it's not really supernatural stuff, because it kind of disproves supernatural stuff in a sense, because of the whole leaning into a story partially about believing in a scam artist. And surprisingly, like, I remember reading one or two things concerning the story and the fact that in this time and in areas like that, in like Taiwan, certain areas of China, etc., small cults and like scams like that were very, like, possible. It was like it wasn't a rare thing. So, like I said, both games are kind of a period piece too, in a sense. Like the first one, Detention, being about the martial law kind of situation, and then this one about kind of being a little more modern, but still focusing on something kind of real world, where, I mean, basically, it's no different than over here, like someone getting scammed by a faith healer.
Mm-hmm.
You know? There's also the whole he didn't go in the bathroom thing. Yeah, she could have simply gotten out of the tub. I mean, yeah, there is that, but it did seem like she kind of wanted to believe it would work too.
Yeah.
So there is a small element that she might have gone along with it until she might not have been well or strong enough to actually get out on her own. Which is... ugh. Yeah. No, it's kind of a very horrifying thing to think that could happen.
Yup.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this, like I said, Detention and this left like a big impression on me, which was part of the reason I do recommend these games to anyone that enjoys horror. Again, like, it's just that the stories are very, like, they take on very serious real world things in a sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, outside of that, the other reason I wanted to do this was because I knew we could finish this in one stream.
I was gonna say, which, by the way, for those of you who are like, well, what else?
Yeah.
One of them is a fucking JRPG that's like 9 hours long.
Yeah. No, if we went with that one, that would have been a situation of like we'd go as long as we could, and then I'd have you back to
And
finish
then
the
I'd
rest of
never
the
get
game.
to see the end. Yeah, okay, we'd have to come back later.
Yeah.
But the other one is Toho, which,
Well,
I mean, Toho, I
yeah.
at least get to the music.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. You would have been the one with me for the very first time I would ever play a Toho game. That was the other option.
I mean,
I have
still can't.
never actually played a Toho game before.
We can play one
At
one
Valerian.
day.
Think about how hard it is to move when drunk as an adult. Now imagine it's a child that's listened to her father, try and get better, make her father happy at the same time. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's not happy fun times. And on a side note, when I realized, again, what the ending on this was later, because at first I was just like, oh yeah, I remember this game. This was actually a really cool game, and very heavy story, and very emotional and serious and stuff. And then, after one or two of your jokes, not while we were playing this, I mean before we ever decided to do this, after one or two of your jokes, I briefly remembered, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No.
Oh, right. Oh, maybe we should do something else.
Yeah, because mind you, chat, several games lately that I have been, playing with DZ that she gifted me also enjoy, they're similar kind of child not happiness to it. I'm looking at you, Yomawari, too.
Now, I mean, to be fair,
Holy
all the
fuck,
others,
that was rough.
part of that is the fact that, unlike this one, I'll say that there's the one big difference between those games and this one. Even with Detention, those were the main characters. Like, those were the characters that you were playing as. The girl in Detention, girl in Yomawari 2, the girl that you were playing in Rose in the Twilight. They were the actual character you were playing as. Whereas this one, you're the father. So, it's less, like, it's still bad thing happening to child, but you're not playing the child going through it.
It's okay. We're playing. I'm sorry, lovely. Oh, no. That's why we're playing
okay,
Signalis now. It's totally better. And so
Yeah.
much...
Oh, yeah. It's so much better. Wait until you see the end of that one. You'll love it. You'll love it.
No.
End of Signalis totally didn't make me cry a bit.
I never cry. I have emotions.
Don't you
made
bullshit
of
me.
Okay. Yeah.
I have cried a few times in games.
I can't.
First
even lie
time
to
I
you.
played this, I might have cried a little at the end, honestly, because I realized what happened. I was just like, oh my god.
I could see it coming a mile away.
Same with Detention.
Vaguely.
Same with Detention. I might have cried a little at the end.
Okay, but
Biggest
Detention,
one, The Missing.
Oh, yeah, we have a literal connection to the story of The Missing.
Well, when I first played it. But yeah. I'm trying to think.
And that's another one that I could see the story.
Trying to think what else.
Quickly, because I was like, oh, hey, these signs feel really familiar. Oh, hey, I've lived a similar life to this. Oh, hey, I almost reached the ending.
Also, I will say, if you don't want... If you prefer your horror games to not have a bittersweet ending, the Fatal Frame games might not be for you. There are...
the Fatal Frame games are not for me.
Well, I know.
Run away from things that want to end you? Your only defense is a camera.
Mm-hmm.
Take pictures.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, and the best part, don't forget about that. With Fatal Frame, to do the most damage you can, you have to let them get as close as possible.
No thanks.
Yeah, because you need big close-up shots to do the most damage.
I'm okay.
Now, to be fair, someday, maybe I could just take you through it, like kind of like we did now. The only reason I say that is because not only was Fatal Frame the first game I ever recorded for YouTube, literally the first game I ever recorded at all 11 years ago, but I've come back to it more than once on stream. Once just for fun, like just for the heck of it. And the second time, I decided, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to go through Fatal Frame on Nightmare difficulty. We beat it. In one stream. I know that game kind of inside out a fair bit, so yeah. Yeah, nothing wrong with Fatal Frame. It's an amazing franchise. I will say the creepier one that I'll never be able to stream or record because it's a DS game. Weirdly enough, I don't know if you would find that one creepier or not, because so there's a spin-off for DS called Spirit Camera. It uses the 3DS's augmented reality.
Oh no.
So when you get into a fight with a ghost, it actually uses the room you're standing in, and you move around with the camera, and it'll come out of the walls or the ceiling, and then you have to take the picture. Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah. I mean, it's ARG with like the 3DS, so it's not exactly the most insanely realistic thing, but I mean, it's kind of cool looking. And yes, Signalis is an amazing game. Again, I might have cried a bit at the end. There are a few games that have done that to me, mostly because they've been really emotional.
Curious.
What? Oh, with Signalis?
Yeah, I'm just curious what's going to happen next week.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I think you will finish it next week. I can't remember how much you have left, but I think it's on. I don't think you're going to be doing a full like amount of time we normally would.
We'll see.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah. Okay, so there we have it. We have done the devotion. We have beaten it. We have cleared it. What did you think of it? Just to get your opinion.
I could have played it until about 2/3 of the way through. I would have been so grumpy at you the moment there was something that could actually kill me.
Oh.
This is the game. This is the kind of game that I would be like paranoid. You'd be like, nothing's gonna hurt you, nothing. And then when something could hurt.
Now I will say, at the very least, that is the only section where that happens, and that's it. And you don't have a dash, so they can't actually make like. It's not a thing where they can make her go faster than you, because you just won't be able to win then because you can't go faster. It is just a keep moving, and you're good. I think maybe the first time I got there, I might have gotten a little lost and died once. But, that's the only time where they ever have, like, a threat of any kind. Funny enough, I will say, I think I died once, technically, on the spiritual journey, because I think I might have accidentally, like, walked off the path or something. It was like a situation where it was like, you know how some of those like rocky kind of pathways had like jagged edges and like broken stuff to it? I might have accidentally kind of not noticed something like a little bit of a break to the side or something, and I think I might have just went off. It kind of just sends you back right away. There's no real huge animation or anything, but yeah. It is a thing. Hi, Hades. All right. Let me try something. Well, nah, that's fine. I was gonna say maybe I should switch back to the model before we try to raid out and stuff, but it's fine. Let me bring up the just chatting screen for a little bit there.
Let's go. It's yapping time.
Yeah. Well, we'll find a raid target now in a second. But yeah, no. I was glad. I'm honestly really glad you were able to join me for this today.
Always.
I love.
For the world.
Yeah, I love getting to spend time with you. You've become one of my closest friends, and and yeah, I like being able to celebrate stuff with you too. So yeah. Yeah. And like I said, again, despite, with horror sometimes, it is kind of like I said, some of these games I do find like the stories to just be really emotional and well done, and like this would be one of them. Yeah. Maybe it's more the topics it handles, and then like the whole like backhand at the end of like, of what really happened, and the kind of idea that this was all possibly just in his head, reliving everything. But let me see who is up and running. I think I might know who I'm going to raid, but we'll take a look real quick. I think I might raid someone who popped in earlier.
I was gonna say we have
especially since I've never raided them before. Yeah, I know. Let me see. Maybe someone I've never raided at all before. Ooh. Oh, they're just starting? Okay, hang on. Let me see. I've rated them too much, possibly. Oh, God. Now, I was scrolling down through, folks, and I just saw Memi's gone live. Let me see. There's Tatsu.
Totsugeki.
Yeah, I'm just seeing. God, there are a lot of people. Oh, Ren is live.
Dina's live. Paula's live.
Yeah. Prisma. I don't think you know that one.
No. Amy.
Prisma's an odd one. She's a light VTuber.
Like, do you mean like she lightly VTubes?
No, as in like a spirit of light. Like, she's very bright, a lot of white, like, yeah. Very, very cheerful. She is sweet, but what is she? She's playing To the Moon. I know that title, but I've never played it. Emmy's doing Elden Ring. The other cat is doing Valorant.
Other cat.
One of the other cats. Sorry.
Alright. Chat, we're rebranding.
Oh, no, I don't mean it that way. I think you follow her. Do you follow Kuro?
I don't know. Do you know how many people I follow that I actually...
Okay. Sorry. God, Apollo is going. Jesus Christ. There's so many people going this early. Okay. I'm not used to ending at this time. Is she low calorie? What?
Because you said she's light.
Oh, Jesus Christ. L-I-G-A... Wait, that's the same thing. Fuck. I was thinking how sometimes they'll say light as an L-I-T-E. No, as in shiny and bright, like the sun and a star. Oh my god. I just read Emmy's title.
I mean...
I feel like I'd be in trouble if I said that out loud. You'd be fine.
But I wouldn't.
No.
So Emmy's title, for those of you who want to know, as she plays Elden Ring, is, hey baby, you want to explore my lands between? Yeah, there you go.
Oh god, I don't know who to rate.
Alright, time to do Rain's thing of the wheel of
maybe
indecisive.
I do... I'm just trying to decide, do I do someone new completely, or do I rate someone I haven't rated in a long time? Because it has been quite a while since I've gotten to rate Kuro Tonin. She is a cutie. And she seems... I don't even know what to describe it. Like... She seems to like me a lot, but at the same time, I half wonder if she views me as mommy.
I mean,
not in that sense.
I stopped calling you mommy.
Not in that sense. As in more of a like actual mature person to younger person. Oh god. You know what? Okay. Here, we'll do this. Chat, you get to pick. Do you want to see Valorant? Do you want to see Elden Ring? Or do you want to see... Let me see here. Hang on. I'm picking game titles.
I'm picking game titles. Okay.
Or do you want to see...
Or
Repo.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yo. Hi, Mega Otaku. How's it going? How you doing? Memi's just chatting. Yeah, we got Repo, Elden Ring, and Valorant. What do you guys want to do? How you doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good. We just finished the game. We're looking for a raid target right now. How you doing, huh?
It's playing Repo.
Huh? Who's playing
I'm
Repo?
Curious who's playing Repo.
Renifer. Wait, do you not follow Ren?
Let me real quickly.
Yeah.
Here's see my following.
Legume wants Elden Ring.
So these are what? 6 wide, so 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 30, then another 5. I have 35 people I follow live now.
Hold on.
One, two, out of this.
Hang on, give me a second. Out of the people I follow, I have 88 people live right now.
Okay, well... I like Elden Ring.
That is fair. I just got back into atheism after 6 months of paganism. Oh! Okay. Alright. How's it going with that?
Is that a continue emo? Ah, continue.
Wait, what?
I recognize the person that emote's from.
You know?
I don't know them personally. I used to talk with them more. Was a big part of like watching their streams and yapping in their community and stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
It was big before like I came out and transitioned and stuff. So I kind of left a lot of the places just to avoid anyone knowing who I was before.
That's kind of funny.
Uh,
I knew her when she started.
fair, fair.
Yeah. And then we kind of... It's kind of just a drifting apart thing.
It happens.
Yeah. She's still sweet, but, like, I don't watch or anything
Very
anymore.
much so. I different time frames too.
That
That's the
too.
hard part. Is
Used to be hunting. Oh, okay. Okay. No, I understand that completely. Believe me, schedule changes, I understand. Going to all nighter.
that name sounds familiar. Hunting. Huh.
I think they used to be in a few places. Okay.
There's pretty good odds we've run across each other before.
Yeah, I definitely recognize the name. All right, so yeah, we're gonna rate Emmy then. Bop, da, bop, da, bop.